Did y'all see the trailer for the upcoming season of Life After Lockup? Yes, I seen the trio fools. Yes, I seen Latino Heat. Yes, I seen Andrea and Lamar. But did y'all see Crackhead Tracy inside that jail looking like who done it? What for? Baby! Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here to do the season finale of Love After Lockup. And this episode was all about the breakups. Honey, this one broke up with this one. This one broke up with that one. I'm like, child. Now, the most unbelievable breakup, and I have questions, is, let's talk about Lizzie and Daniel. Now, as we know, Daniel asked Lizzie to marry him. Okay, at Destination's End. Y'all remember that? Okay. Now, some time has went on. Now, I need to know how much time have gone by since that proposal to now. Because Daniel has lost some weight. And Lizzie looked like she done put on a little. So, I need to know the time period. Okay, but let's talk about Lizzie. Lizzie, she is wedding dress shopping. She is with some friends, family, whomever, and she's at the wedding dress shop. And, she's saying that, hey, Daniel, he's really not contributing anything. Yes, he has a job, but he's not putting anything towards the wedding. She's $17,000 in debt, okay? And so she's gonna, have to trim down her dress budget. So she picks out, a simple dress, $700, and it looked lovely on Lizzie. She was happy with it, so that's the dress she got. Now we see Daniel, okay? He's at somebody's junkyard. That's where he work at, friends. He work at somebody's junkyard, but hey, he got a job. He got a job. And he's talking to his friend. Now his friend pointed out, you done lost some weight. Daniel says it's from anxiety. From what? All them wedding plans that y'all ain't doing because you're not contributing. But I digress. Anxiety, y'all. Okay. All right. That's what he said. All right. So, him and his friend is working on this beat up car, and they are attaching a shopping cart on top of this car. Now, he says that he wants a car, okay? His auntie has a car for sale, $7,500, okay? $7,500. All right. So, him and his friend in this jumped up car, the shopping cart car, goes over to the aunt's house. All right. And so she was like, okay, so you still want this car? And he was like, oh yeah, I want it. I need this car to help me stay sober. Because this car would get him back and forth to work. The sober car. Okay, so the aunt is like, all right, I'll let you have the car. All right, just as long as the wedding plans are still, going together. What she say about this $7,500? And here's Daniel. Well, if I was someone who's questioning me about buying a car that would help me stay clean, then I don't know if she's the one for me. Stop. Pump the brakes. Rewind. Now, last week, you proposing to this girl. You want to make this girl happy. This is the love of your life. And now this week, time has went on. You done lost weight. She done gained weight. And now all of a sudden, oh well, if she don't like me buying a $7,500 car, I don't need her. I want to kick her to the curb. Now what's going on here, y'all? They could at least build this up a little bit. They didn't even build this up. A mess. So, of course, the aunt says, all right, you can have the car, all right? $2,000 going down, $2,000 down payment. Stop. Pump the brakes. Rewind. Where did Daniel get $2,000 from? Again, the time lapse. So then the aunt says, okay, now if you don't pay me accordingly, I'm going to take your butt to court. Okay? She said, I'm not playing for you. Now, you, me, and your uncle know that you're a thief because you stole your uncle's hunting bow. Boy, don't try me. I'll take you in front of Judge Judy and hurt your feelings. So, of course, Daniel, he was like, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. You know, this card, it helps me stay clean and sober. Okay, so he feels good about himself. So he pulls into his house. Here comes Lizzie. Okay. Lizzie was like, what the F is this? And he was like, well, what does it look like? I bought me a car. And so she was like, what? She was like, we supposed to be going, you know, looking at wedding venues and you buying a car? And he was like, I sure did. And she was like, well, how much did that cost? He said $7,500. And she was like, $7,500 is supposed to go, we're supposed to be saving money to go towards a wedding. And here comes Daniel and his anxiety. Daniel says, listen, you know what? If you don't support me in buying a car that will help me stay sober, then I don't think this is going to work out. That's what he said, y'all. Now, last week he proposed. But this week he kicking her to the curb because of a car. He needed a reason. So, here is Lizzie. Lizzie was like, okay, you know, I'm shocked. I don't even have anything to say. I just don't know what you are doing right now, Daniel. And so then they go back and forth. And then Daniel says, I would like to have my ring back, please. Honey, she said, I know one thing. When you was out there purchasing that car, you must have fell and bumped your head because it'll be a cold day in HE double hockey sticks before I give you this ring. She was like, I'm not going to give you that ring. She said, you know what? Your mama paid for the ring because you ain't got crap. Okay? You know it. I know it. So if your mama want the ring, she ain't getting it and I'll tell her. So too bad, so. Of course, they're screaming, they're yelling, they walk off. So Daniel took it upon himself to go and tell his mommy that Lizzie's not giving the ring back. Child, when I tell you, did y'all see Daniel's mama stomping down that driveway flat foot? I said, okay, Mama Daniel said, give me the ring back, please. Lizzie said, like I told your son, it will be a cold day in HE double hockey sticks before I give you this ring. You're not getting this ring. You're not getting the ring today, next week, or ever, okay? It's my ring. And so she was like, oh, it's not your ring. I'll pay for that ring. And she was like, well, you know, we're no longer together. So I'm keeping the ring. And so Lizzie said, take me to court. Take me in front of Judge Judy. Okay, that's what you do. And of course, Mama Daniel didn't want to hear all that. My whole thing is, friends, these two women are fighting over a ring that costs $1.99. If y'all don't get up out my face. Okay? Now, Lizzie and Daniel, they still broken up according to the, you know, their little updates. Lizzie and Daniel has broken up. Daniel has found a new girlfriend. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Lacey and Shane. All right, Lacey and Shane. All right, as we know, Shane proposed. She says yes. John is aware of all this, and she is just waiting for the paternity test to come back to see if Marlo is John's child. So she thought it was a good idea to invite John out to a family outing at the beach. Now, Papa Lacey was like, you really think that's a good idea? She was like, well, you know, John may be Marlo's child. Let's just see how this worked out. Well, friends, I'm going to tell you how it worked out. Honey, John was not on that beach a good 30 seconds before all heck broke loose. So there are the kids. Here is Lacey. She was like, oh, hey, you know, you showed up. And John, you know, the kids, they run up. They gave him a little hug, you know. And so Papa Lacey, he, you know, reaches his hand out. They shake hands. And he was like, how you doing? He was like, you got a job? He said, I heard you got a job. And so John was like, yeah, I got a job. And then Papa Lacey had time. Papa Lacey said, well, did she tell you she getting married now? Papa Lacey said, did she tell you she's getting married now? Honey, he didn't say nothing. Honey, John was fuming. Okay, so then they start having some back-to-back. And then John is starting to cuss. He dropped 2 F-bombs in front of the children. And so Papa Lacy had enough. Papa Lacy said, oh, okay. He was like, that's all right. You keep running your porcelain mouth. You want to tap this? You want to have a go? It ain't nothing but space and opportunity. That's what you do. He was like, you know what? He said, you still the same old John. You're still sucking on your mama's tits. I said, now listen here. Don't make me get in my car and drive to Virginia Beach. Because see, it's only up the road, y'all. It's only 4.5 hours away. Don't make me drive up there and shake that man's hand. You hear me? Honey, Papa Lacy said, I'm tired of you, and I'm going to let you know it. How dare you cuss in front of my grandkids? I will F you up on this beach. Don't let this fool you. Don't let the cigarette smoking fool you. So, of course, Lacy, she's fussing at John, talking about calm down, don't talk to him like that. She done slapped John across the face. John said, you hit me again. Slap me one more time. And here's Lacy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I tell you, Lacy, she gonna have enough of hitting these men upside the head. Honey, she gonna come back with 2 black eyes. She better slow her roll. So, she tells Shane all about it. Shane was like, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't tell me. You know, John is no good. He's not a good dude. I would have effed him up. Okay. So they sit down and they find out if John is the father of Marlo. John, you are not the father. So John is not the father of Marlo. Shane and Lacy are kissy, huggy, so excited they can move on with the wedding. They can move on with their lives without John being a bother. So it is the day of the wedding. And Lacy is getting ready. She looks real pretty. Those eyelashes is questionable, but she looks really good. So she calls John and she was like, look, I got the results. You are not the father. And John, of course, he's upset because he wanted that boy to be his. And now he don't have any connection with Lacy. And so it was so funny. Lacy said, well, bye. I'll get married. Bye. So, of course, John, he's contemplating on whether he should go to this wedding and break up the wedding. Child, John just got in his car and just drove around. Honey, that's all John did. Lacy and Shane got married. And it says at the end that Lacy and Shane are happily married. But as we've seen in the preview, Lacy, Shane, and John are going to be they are going to be in the upcoming episodes of Life After Lockup, child. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Cheryl and Josh. All right, as we know, Cheryl's sister came down and she didn't like Josh, and her sister had a screaming match. So her sister is on her way back home because she tired. Okay, she don't want her sister hurt. Her sister done been there forever. She need to bring her butt home, but her Cheryl's sister was like, I got to get out of here. I got to go. And so Cheryl is trying to convince her sister to stay for an extra couple of days. Cheryl's sister said, absolutely not. I have a job to get back to. I have responsibilities to get back to. And child, I was sitting there thinking, Cheryl, instead of you trying to convince your sister to stay for an extra couple of days because you miss her and you feel bad because you done laid your sister out, how about you getting on the plane and you going home? Go home, sure. That's what you do. But she didn't do that, okay, because she's so in love with Josh. And you know, Josh, he may get his, probation transferred to Texas. So we have Josh. Josh is after breakfast with his mama, and we know the mama don't like Cheryl. So Josh was like, me and Cheryl, we're going to go on a little outing, and I don't know, I may ask her to marry me. Honey, the mama almost choked on them hash browns. The mama said, I say, what now? What did you say? He was like, I'm thinking about asking Cheryl to marry me. Honey, Mama Josh said, oh no, not today. Okay, let me tell you something. If you do that, you will make a mistake. Okay. Don't marry this girl. And if you decide to marry her, I ain't going to be there. And Josh was like, what? She was like, I ain't going to be there. I won't be there. Honey, Josh's mama said she don't trust Cheryl. She said Cheryl is lazy and ain't the one for her son, child. She was like, you're going to make a mistake. She was like, but what do I know? What do I know? So, of course, Josh, he's still sucking down them pancakes, coffee, drinking some water. So he decides to take Cheryl to some castle. To some castle. Where the castle? Castle. Okay. So he wanted to propose at the castle. Well, Cheryl gets out. She looks a little confused, like, what is going on? And so they go up this rickety stairs, up to this castle, open to the public. And so Josh is talking to the women that's in charge, and they're telling them about, where they can stand during the wedding, how the wedding can be laid out. And so Josh was like, oh my God, look at this view. Child, they up in the sky. When I tell you they was high, honey, they could have high-fived God. I said, what? And so Cheryl was like, listen, this won't work, okay? I can see one of my kids falling off, hitting their heads on the rock and die. Okay, my kids can die off of this. We can't be getting married, here. And so the women even said, listen, this really isn't for the elderly or, and the castle don't shut down, which means it's open to the public. Anybody can just walk on up in there. And so Cheryl was like, I don't think this is it. This just ain't gonna work. Not this castle. Well, here comes Josh, honey. He gets immediately defensive. She was like, oh, don't worry. He was like, we're not gonna get married. I just saved this castle for my next chick. Oof. I said, oh, Josh. Okay. So the two women, feeling uncomfortable and confused, they walked off. So Cheryl and Josh get into it. And Josh was like, the minute you stepped out that car, you was complaining. Okay? You was in a bad mood. And here I was going to propose to you. But no, I ain't proposing to you now. In fact, we're going to break up. Stop. Pump your brakes. Rewind. Now, just 30 seconds ago, you wanted to propose to the girl. Now, you're telling her to take her feet to the street. You're breaking up, and he gonna stay there. Because he was like, I want you to leave. Bye. He was like, you ain't gone yet? And so she was like, oh, you want me to go? Fine. I'm out of here. So he was like, good. I'll just take a selfie right here near this dragon. So she's upset. She's smoking cigarettes, got her hair in a ponytail. She's telling the producers to pull all the cameras out her car. He up there taking selfies of dragon heads, taking pictures, and he was like, you know what? Cheryl wasn't for me. Okay? Nothing's good enough for her. The sister got married at a castle. The sister's castle was bigger. He was like, you know what? I'm done. And I'm like, really, guys? Really? Just like that? You just gonna break up with her? Just like that? You can go see another castle? How many castles is in that area? You get a swollen chest over one castle? Boy, stop. I don't buy it. Okay, so they broke up. But as we know at the update, Cheryl and Josh are trying to work things out. They got back together, and they are also on the upcoming season of Life After Lockup. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about labored, breathing, snacker-tooth Angela. Now, her and Tony is just having the time of their life. She is happy. And, of course, Tony's happy because he with Angela. Okay? Angela let him do whatever he needs to do. But who came over? Donna Faye, honey. She had time. Y'all know Donna Faye ain't for it. Okay, so she shows up and she was like, here comes Angela. Angela said, Tony, this is Donna Faye. Donna Faye, this is Tony. Honey, Donna Faye said, you got a job. You working. Because Angela let it be known that that motorcycle that's sitting there, she got it for Tony. And so Dr. Faye said, what he need a motorcycle for? And so she was like, well, he could get the motorcycle going back and forth to work. And Dr. Faye said, you work? And he was like, oh, well, I don't have a job yet. She was like, oh, so you ain't working, but you got a motorcycle. And so he was like, So they sat down at the little two-piece bistro that she got at Big Lots. Now, let me tell you something, honey. When you don't have enough room for everybody, honey, you got to go to the kitchen table seat. Did y'all see Tony break out that big wood kitchen table chair? Honey, I died. I was like, you better break out that 85-pound chair, honey. That's old school, okay? So Tony, Angela, and Donna Faye are talking. Honey, Donna Faye had done had it. She's had it with Angela, okay? She looked at Angela and she said, you're stupid, okay? You're a dumbass, all right? Everything about you is flawed, okay? Now, I done told you that this man ain't right. He's no good. He's going to hurt you because Donna Faye done told her that before. But no, Angela said that she loves him and he's a good guy. So Donna Faye done had enough and she done threatened Tony. She said, if you mess with my girl, I'm going to have to kill you. So Tony, he has a job, okay? Time has went on, and so he wants to propose to Angela. So he takes Angela to some park, and he got some, champagne, wine, flowers, food, whatever he had on that table. And he said that he got him a $200 ring. And he done proposed to Angela. Did y'all see how big that ring was, that wide band? I said, well, good God almighty. But hey, he paid for it, and it was $200. Now they're sitting there. Angela is excited because, hey, Angela is excited because, hey, Tony has proposed, okay? Tony's sitting there, honey, and Tony says, listen, I can basically do whatever I want. I got Angela wrapped around my little pinky finger because, see, that's how much she is attracted to me. That's how much she loved me. I can do whatever I want and get by with it, and she will forgive me. That's basically what he said. So we see Angela making sandwiches with some thin layer of turkey. I said, girls, that's all the turkey you gonna put on that man's sandwich? You better double up. So he's going to a therapy session. Because, see, Tony says that when he was in the halfway house, that they had therapy sessions that really helped him. Boy, you was only in there for 2 days. How much did you learn? Not much, as we see. So, he leaves with his elementary school packed lunch that his girlfriend packed him. Fiance packed him. And we see him pull up to the same motel that he got fired from. He tell the producers, he said, now listen here, y'all need to stay in the car because what I'm about to do, you don't need to know nothing about because y'all snitch. Okay. Now I don't want nobody to know nothing about this. So y'all just stay on up in the car. So he goes into room 108. Sure enough. So he's in 108. He gets a phone call from Angela. Hey, baby, how's therapy going? He was like, it's going great. What type of therapy you doing, Tony? What type of therapy you doing? What that counselor telling you, Tony? Oh, that's great, babe. I'll talk to you later. See you tonight. I love you. And so Tony was like, oh, God. That's exactly what he said. Like, oh, God. And, honey, he hangs up the phone, and then we hear giggling and laughing, a female voice. Honey, Tony is up in there probably getting high, getting his little wee-wee sucked, and, honey, Tony ain't learned nothing. Meanwhile, Angela still looking like a desperate, dumb, foolish, sad woman. And as we see, they also are going to be in the upcoming season of Life After Lockup. Let's move on. All right, last and least, we have John B. Jr. and Glorietta. Child, you want to talk about somebody who made a complete 360. That's John B. Jr. Okay. Remember how happy he was when he got out of prison? He had Glorietta in his arms. She had those balloons. That didn't matter, child. Okay. He done met up with his ex-girlfriend, Juliana, the brown honey. He done lost his mind. Okay. He ain't been home. He ain't called Glorietta. Glorietta is confused. So she talking to that mom. Okay. And she's telling that mom, and she was like, I don't even understand what's going on. Okay. 1 minute, we're all lovey-lovey. The next minute, he's questioning my love to him. He showed up at the car show cutting the shine. And so the mama said, oh, you need to deal with that. I didn't raise no punk. What you gonna do about it? Now, we all know that Glorietta's mama never cared. John B. Jr. child, she made that be known. So she was like, we need to find out where he at. Let's go. You ready? Come on, let's go. You got gas in the tank. We're about to roll out. So they go over to his friend's, auto body shop, Junkyard Cato. Is that his name? So Glorietta shows up. And she done told the mama to stay there because she know how her mama is. So she goes inside. There's a girlfriend of Cato. And so she was like, hey, you remember me from the other night? Have you seen John B. Jr.? He ain't been home. And so she was like, no, I ain't seen him. And so she was like, oh, well, I just ain't heard from him, and I'm worried. And so the girlfriend was like, let's step outside. So the girlfriend said, look, I haven't seen him, but, let me call him, because Glorietta says that he's not answering her phone call. So the girlfriend took it upon herself and said, well, let me call him. So she calls John B. Jr., okay? Calls John B. Jr., it goes straight to voicemail. Within a couple of seconds, John B. Jr. calls her back. And so he was like, oh yeah, I'm almost there. Or I'm on my way. And so she said, you on your way where? Who do you think I am? And so he was like, well, wait a minute. Who is this? And so she was like, look, this is Cato's girlfriend. And so he was like, oh, okay. She was like, where are you at right now? And I think he said that he was on his way to their house or something like that. She was like, okay. And she was like, well, listen, your girlfriend looking for you. He was like, who? She was like, your girlfriend looking for you. He was like, who? She was like, your girlfriend looking for you. He was like, who? Honey, he let it be known to Cato's girlfriend and in front of Glorietta's face, because the girlfriend is sneaky. She had it on speakerphone. Okay? He says, look, she thinks she's my girlfriend. Okay? But that's not my girl. I said. So Glorietta was like, oh, okay. Glorietta handled it well. Okay? She handled it real well. You mean to tell me you running around here planning a wedding, trying on dresses, you don't put together a wedding book, and you find out at that moment that your fiance don't want you, and that's your reaction? I call fake. There is no way. She would have screamed, hollered like, oh my God, what did he just say? She had a complete sane reaction. That's how I know that did not happen like that. No way. No way. So she goes and she tells her mom, and her mama's about it. She says, oh, well, let's show up. Okay, again, I didn't raise no punk. How you going to handle this? Okay, you need to pick up a chair and bust him upside his head. That's what you do. And I think to myself, Mama Glorietta, I thought you was a Christian. You talking about violence. So then we have John B. Jr., okay? John B. Jr. meets up with Juliana, the brown honey, and he brings a gift. Y'all know what he brings? An annual. And he says that he wanted to go down memory lane. And so they're looking at the pictures and they're talking, and then they get to walking down, the street, and it looks like a terrible, terrible scene from the after school special. She's holding that annual. John B. Jr. is singing, in my life, in my song, come along, come with me. Y'all, girl, I don't even know the song, but it was a hot mess with them elementary school lyrics. Shut up, John B. I mean, seriously. Now, I gave you 5 songs to go by. I digress. So she was like, oh, is that a song you wrote for Glorietta? And he was like, yeah, it sure was. It sure was. But you know what? I'm not feeling Glorietta right now. Okay? Glorietta can't even tell me why she loves me. Okay? It's all about me and you, boo. I want to be with you. But Juliana has already let it be known I ain't nobody's side chick. You hear me? So, John B. Jr., Juliana meet up for lunch, dinner, whatever. Who rolls up? Honey, Glorietta and Glorietta's mama. So Glorietta was like, hi, I'm here. You remember me? Oh, so you're on the date. Hi, I'm Glorietta. I'm his fiance. How you? And so John B. Jr. stands up with his 4'11" self. And he was like, yeah, that's right. That's right, it's over, okay? I don't want to be with you no more. So she was like, oh, is this how it's going to be? This is it. He was like, yeah, this is how it's going to be. I don't want to be with you, you psycho bee. All of a sudden, Glorietta done turned into a psycho. She done turned into a bee and screaming and yelling. And so then Glorietta's mama said, I don't know who you think you are, but you better not put your hands on my daughter. Don't you be screaming at my daughter. So he done turned and he done called Glorietta's mama a bee. And honey, she done had enough. She done picked up a drink, done threw the drink in John B's face, done threw the cup, hit him upside his head. Meanwhile, he throws something and Glorietta's mama said, it's on, it's on. Honey, she was like, security! Security! Honey, when I tell you security done showed up, the owner of the restaurant said, I don't know who y'all are, but y'all ain't turned up my place. Take your feet to the street. So Glorietta, her mama, they leave. John B. Jr. standing there looking like Ned in the funny papers. And what's Juliana doing? Honey, Juliana said, now listen here. Okay, now I'm working on my life. I came here to have a good little club sandwich. I didn't come here to get my hair wet. You done got my hair wet with that water. Never again. Okay. So, we have Glorietta and John B. Jr. have broke up. Glorietta connected with one of her exes, and she also says that she will still date inmates. What did John B. Jr. get himself into? Not only did he lose Glorietta, Juliana said, I ain't never talking to you again. Honey, he is back in jail, and he has several. He is back in jail after being arrested on several felonies. John B. Jr. is a hot mess. Instead of him focusing on his music, he got an arrest. That's it, friends. That is it. I hope I hit everybody. If not, leave it down below, but I think I did. I just want to say thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, because you are what you made this dry, miserable season tolerable. And I appreciate you. And until January the 3rd, friends, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.